Mother lays 9 eggs. Only 3 of her babies will ever fly.
Why? Because the rest will die by her own beak.
Scientists have a name for this. They call it tousling. She grabs her own chick by the back of the neck and shakes it.
Or until it stops moving. She chooses which ones live and which ones do not.
This is the American coot. To you, it looks like just another black bird on the lake. To its own babies.
To understand how she became this, we have to start at the beginning.
The first egg. Each day for the next week, another egg arrives.
Until 9 eggs lie beneath her.
9 fragile lives. 9 possible futures.
For 24 days, she sits, turning each egg, keeping them warm.
But these eggs hold a secret. They will not hatch together.
Over 5 days, one by one, they will crack open. And the first chick will be days older than the last.
Bigger. Stronger. Hungrier.
The hierarchy begins. Before they are even born.
Here in the nest, life stirs. The delicate cracking signals the arrival of the newest American coot chicks, captured here on day 2.
On the 3rd day, a new life emerges. The American coot chicks, with their bright downy feathers, begin their journey in the quiet marshland.
Here, on day 3, the devoted parent meticulously turns the eggs, a delicate dance crucial for the survival of the chicks within.
Four days after the first crack appeared, the tiny American coot begins its struggle for freedom, entering a world both new and perilous.
Five days had passed, and life in the nest was bustling.
On day 5, these tiny American coots rely entirely on their parents for sustenance, eagerly accepting every offering. The steady rain provides a soothing backdrop as the devoted coot shelters her young. These 2 chicks find warmth beneath her feathers.
At just 1 week old, the American coot chick navigates the shallows, quenching its thirst in the morning sun.
7 days old, the coot chicks are already mastering the delicate art of foraging among the reeds of their floating home. Day 8, and the young coot is already mastering the art of preening, essential for waterproofing.
This is not random. American coot mothers prefer the chicks with the most vibrant orange plumes. The brighter the chick, the more food it receives. The duller, the less.
Scientists call this brood reduction a natural strategy for survival. Up to half of her brood will not see the next week.
Most will fade away from hunger.
Nature's cycle continues, day by day.
Leads. Deep within the reeds, safe in its floating nursery, the American coot chick sleeps soundly. Though only
Day 11, and the adult coot provides a vital meal. The chick, vulnerable yet eager, relies entirely on its parent.
11 days old, and already the tiny coot's growing strong. Here in the safety of the nest, it dreams away the morning.
7 chicks were born, 3 remain. This is called brood reduction, a natural strategy of survival.
Day 15. The American coot chicks are growing fast, already developing their distinctive plumage. On day 16, these tiny American coot chicks rest soundly in their floating nest, conserving energy for the journey ahead.
Day 16, and the young coots are already developing a keen sense of their surroundings.
Day 16. The devoted parent brings much-needed sustenance to the eagerly waiting chick, a crucial moment in the cycle of life.
Barely 3 weeks old, the young coot takes its first tentative steps towards the water.
Day 18, and the chick is already mastering the art of the dive, snapping up small insects with surprising speed. At just 19 days old, the American coot chick is already learning to forage for aquatic plants. It is day 19, and the American coot diligently brings food to her hungry chick. The cycle of life continues on the water. Day 22. The young coot explores its watery world, guided by instinct and the gentle current. As the sun begins to set, the mother coot leads her 2 chicks across the tranquil pond, teaching them the ways of the water.
As darkness falls, the mother coot guides her young through the moonlit waters, their journey continuing into the night. Hornsby. Here we see the young coot on day 24, eagerly tearing into an aquatic plant.
Here on day 24, the devoted American coot keeps her young safe beneath her wings.
The 24th day brings the important task of preening. This careful grooming ensures the young coot's feathers are waterproof, essential for life on the water.
The distinctive white bill and frontal shield mark the adult American coot, seen here with its 3 juveniles, foraging along the muddy shore.
With a flurry of wings and feet, the coot sprints across the water, kicking up spray as it prepares for takeoff amidst the reeds.
The adult American coot, easily identified by its white bill and red eye, steps delicately through the squelching mud.
The American coot uses its sharp white beak to carefully forage among the stones.
The American coot, a distinctive presence on the water, gathers the lush vegetation it needs to build its floating nest.
The yellow-billed coot, with its distinctive frontal shield, glides gracefully across the placid water.
Gliding across the tranquil surface, the yellow-billed coot searches for sustenance beneath the calm water, a dance captured in cinematic detail.
This bird buries its eggs alive, letting the African sun do the incubating.
When danger comes, it buries its chicks too. It has no nest, no shelter, nothing.
And it walks inside the open mouth of a Nile crocodile. This is the Egyptian plover.
And you have never seen anything like this. Along the rivers of sub-Saharan Africa
Lives a bird you've never seen in Egypt, despite the name. Meet the Egyptian plover. Barely the size of a starling, black, white, and burnt orange. It has one of the most bizarre survival strategies on Earth. It doesn't just protect its young, it buries them. And that's not even the strangest part.
But this is no tender love story. It's a precision partnership.
Both parents share every duty, equally, no exceptions.
And it all starts with the most minimal nest you've ever seen, if you can even call it a nest.
Most birds spend days building nests. The Egyptian plover spends about 30 seconds.
It presses its body into loose river sand and rotates. That's it.
Just a shallow scrape on a riverine sandbar, exposed to sun, wind, and predators. Scientists call it a nest. But how can something this simple actually work?
The nest is ready. Now comes the most vulnerable moment in this bird's entire life cycle. The Egyptian plover lays just 2 to 3 eggs, each one light yellow-brown, spotted with red and grey.
Tiny, exposed, sitting in open sand under the African sun. No shell of leaves, no canopy, nothing.
So how does anything survive here? Here is where everything changes.
Most birds sit on their eggs to keep them warm. The Egyptian plover does the opposite. It buries them.
Pushes sand over the eggs with its bill and walks away. The sun does the incubating.
28 to 31 days, powered entirely by African heat.
But what happens when that heat becomes too much?
When the sand reaches lethal temperature, the Egyptian plover does something no other bird does. It walks into the river, soaks its belly feathers completely, then walks back and sits directly on the sand above the buried eggs.
The water transfers through the sand, cooling them from above.
Then, a sound. A tiny tap from inside the shell.
The Egyptian plover chick breaks through on its own, fully formed, eyes open.
And within hours, it walks. No learning, no stumbling, just instant capability.
Every other bird needs weeks in a nest. This one was born ready.
But ready for what exactly?
Day 1. The chick is already hunting for food. It spots a small insect and pecks at it.
It's already capable of finding its own food. But it's not alone.